are you there? What? Dad? What's going on here? Dad? The door was wide open, chaos all over the place, and my father has vanished without a trace. I hope nothing has happened to him. I'd better start looking for him. My father was never the picture of organization, but not even my place looks this bad. The map shows a section of Siberia. No idea why my father hung it up here. Looks like there's a coin missing here. The frame and glass are totally shattered, and the photo has been torn in half. A photo of Daddy on one of his expeditions. Written on the back is 1958, Vladimir Kolenkov, and I've seen the photo before. But who was the other guy in the photo? And why was the photo torn up? I'll glue it into my diary. It might be important somehow. The inside of the dish is somewhat porous. All these files and records have been thrown out over the floor. It wouldn't have been Daddy. Someone was in a great hurry to find something. I don't know what's happened here, but I'd better call the police.
Berlin Police Department.
Hello? Nina Kalenkov here. You've got to send someone here right away. My father has disappeared without a trace.
Since when?
No idea. I wanted to see him at work, but he wasn't there. Instead, the place looks like it's been ransacked.
Is your father suicidal or mentally unstable?
What? No, of course not.
Sorry, we can't do anything then. Adults can only be reported missing if their lives are in danger or if there are extraordinary circumstances.
But this is an extraordinary circumstance.
Keep calm. I'm sure your father had something important to take care of and we'll get in touch soon. Don't worry.
Something important to take care of? Hello? Did you listen to anything I said? It looks like there was an earthquake here. Do you think he created this chaos himself and is looking for a cleaning lady right now?
Like I said, I can't do anything for you. Sorry.
Great. Thanks for nothing. You were a big help. What do I have to do? Send them 2 fingers first for them to get their butts in gear? Looks like something has been embedded in that stone. It has a red-violet glow. I think this is where the rock samples undergo the first analysis. I haven't the faintest clue how this thing is supposed to work. A glass flask. Loud music? Coming out of the office? It's not the stuff Daddy listens to, so he can't be in there. Maybe the person in there can tell me where he is, though. There's an index card with Max Gruber written on it. The door seems to be blocked from the inside, and the music coming from the room is so loud, my knocking probably can't be heard. An aloe vera plant for skin after 40. A list of local pizza delivery services, information about the upcoming construction of an antenna tower in the neighborhood, A guy by the name of Schamberger whose dog Whiskey is missing? As far as I can tell, nothing interesting. I take it the fuses are in here. This one's locked. King of the dinosaurs. Even the reproductions inspire fear. I certainly wouldn't want to run into one of them. That's an escape plan with all of the rooms in the museum. It's not up to date considering a few of the rooms have been blocked off for renovation. Hard to believe that a dino with horns like that was strictly a vegetarian. Maybe it's not such a good idea to count on it. The diagram is about how and if asteroids and meteors could have been responsible for the extinction of the dinosaurs. When I look at the description of the effects, the theory seems very plausible. I hear noises coming from the statue. It looks like someone's in there. There's a hidden door. Eddie, what are you doing in here?
Miss Nina, are they still here?
Still here? Who?
They came. I couldn't see, but suddenly I knew that they were there, and I went into a panic. I had to hide. And then I saw them. They looked like they were floating, but they were just blurs. And the air was vibrating. They didn't speak, but these voices in my head, hundreds of voices.
Eddie, have you been drinking again?
No, I haven't been drinking, I swear. Well, at least not a lot. But they were really there. I could see them. I could feel them. I wasn't imagining things, believe me. Those black capes, with those bony fingers. I'll never forget it.
It's okay, Eddie. Just come out of there and calm down. The poor guy's nerves are shot. I should talk to him after he's calmed down a bit. A key. Eddie must have lost it here. That's the key I found in the Saurian statue. On this list are the names of the employees of the museum. Scientific Director, Vladimir Kalenko. Office 5. In Office 4, there is this Max Gruber. What luck! The key fits! The fuses are all numbered. I expect that the numbers stand for the separate rooms in the museum. I'll just turn Max Gruber's blaring music down to a bearable level.
And I didn't save! What a mess. Redoing all of that work is gonna take hours.
Mr. Gruber, please, let me in. I need to talk to you.
What? Hold on just a sec.
Hello, you're Nina Kolenkov, right?
Yeah, how did you know that?
Your father told me about you. I'm so happy to finally meet you. Were you wanting to have a look over your father's shoulder while he's working?
I wanted to see him, but when I got here, the door to the museum was standing wide open, and his office was in total chaos. Oh yeah, Eddie was crouching, completely terrified inside the reproduction of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and was stammering something about floating creatures.
Doesn't exactly sound like a strict observation of the work rules. But I'm not at fault. I haven't come out of my office for hours. What does your father have to say about it?
That's exactly it. He's gone.
Gone? What do you mean gone? He couldn't have just disappeared into thin air.
I have a sneaking suspicion that something terrible has happened here. You really didn't see anything?
No, unfortunately not.
My father's room looks like it's been rummaged through. Do you know what my father was working on last?
Not exactly. Actually, he was supposed to have been taking inventory. We're renovating.
Yeah, I know, but...
But he mentioned recently that the inventory wasn't top priority right now. Something came up that he wanted to tend to first.
You don't happen to know what that was, do you?
No, like I said, I was stressed out too.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary recently? Any strange occurrences? Was my father behaving differently than usual?
No, not really. We haven't seen much of each other in the last couple of days. I was under a lot of stress, and he seemed like he had a lot to do too.
Darn.
Maybe you should get the police involved. The whole thing sounds a bit unsettling.
Yeah, I already tried, but they don't seem to be interested in my father's disappearance. The caretaker was totally out of his mind, stammering something about men in black robes and strange voices.
Eddie? Well, you know, he's a really great guy, but...
But he likes to hit the bottle, I know. But I've never seen him like that before. He seemed like something had really scared him.
Well, if someone really was here, then Eddie might have seen something, and combine his lively imagination with a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, but I think I'll go ahead and talk to him as soon as he's gotten a hold of himself again anyway. He's the only one who might be able to help me. I'll just keep looking. I'm beginning to feel like Eddie does. I'm totally confused, and I'm really starting to feel scared.
If you need help, I'll be here.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. Detective Kansky. I'm leading the investigation here, and who are you?
Me? Nina Kalinkov. I called you.
Well, well. So I hear your father disappeared.
Yeah, I arrived here and wanted to see my father. He said he'd still be at the museum, and when I got here, the door to the museum was ajar and it looked like a bomb had hit his office. I'm really worried. Thanks for coming. Do you have any idea what could have happened here? I can't believe that my father could have created such a mess.
I don't even know your father, but we can't rule out anything.
Do you really mean to say that...
I'm not saying anything at all, dearie. I just take all possibilities into account as long as the facts aren't on the table.
Do you think something happened to my father?
Hard to say.
I thought the police wouldn't be able to help me as long as my father's life wasn't in danger.
Listen, girlie. I've been in the business for almost 40 years. I know when something stinks. And this thing really stinks. And if you have something to do with this, then come out with it. I'll find out sooner or later.
Hello? I called the police. Well, more like, I tried to get them to come here. Why would I do that if I had...
Criminals always do the most illogical things. I'm not fooled by such things. Otherwise, I wouldn't have become a detective.
Yeah, all right, I get it. You're a really clever guy. If you find something out, you'll let me know right away, right?
Yeah, I need your phone number and address anyway. And don't leave the city. I might have some more questions. Now get out. You're just getting in the way and messing up the evidence.
Strange guy, this detective, eh?
Yeah, and not exactly the friendliest of his profession. But maybe you have to be like that in his job.
Yeah, could be. The main thing is that he finds out what happened to my father. At least there's someone who believes that something is completely and utterly wrong.
I believe you too.
Thanks.
And I'd like to help you too. I don't need to go to bed anymore anyway, and I can always sleep when I'm dead. So, if I can do something for you...
That's really nice.
Just check and see if your father has already got home. He might be worried already and is going to sentence you to 2 weeks without allowance because you're late.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Unfortunately, I won't be back at the office until this evening, but please come by or call me. If your father is back, then we'll have something to celebrate. If not, then maybe I can do something for you.
Okay, I will do that.
See you tomorrow, and good night.
Good night.
And sleep well.
You too. Two angry-looking saurian creatures. Both of them look as if they are watching over the museum's entrance. This must have broken off one of the lights at the construction site. My motorcycle. The storage compartment in the seat is locked. The storage compartment is open now. My cell phone and my sunglasses. I'd better take both before they get swiped. Hello? Dad? Are you home? Oh, God, my head's gonna explode. Oh, hell. Someone's been at work here, too. First his office and now his apartment? What has my father gotten himself into? I should be more careful in the future. The guys who did this seem like they're pretty darn serious. Documents about my father's expeditions and research results. Looks like the burglar was really interested in them. There are stacks of folders missing. There probably won't be anything else worth finding. Looks like the burglar was very thorough. Yummy. Cold pizza with stinky tuna fish. Why am I doing this? The smell alone could probably peel the paint off the walls. But then again, beggars can't be choosers. A pencil. Brown and equally exciting in all other regards. Salt. Also known as white gold in the Middle Ages. There's a dentist's appointment on one and a shopping list on the other. I can't read the third one, and the fourth one is empty. These don't get me anywhere. Dad's old shortwave radio. The antenna is broken off and there's no tape cassette inside. I doubt I'll hear anything other than a steady static hiss. Password protected. Think, Nina, think. The carpet is totally filthy here. I should really give my father a new one for Christmas. There's something in between the planks. Even with my slender fingers, I can't get in there. This thing is ready for the junkyard, and the headphones are missing too. It's unbelievable how little clothing men need to get through life. Why there are people in the world who are soothed by stupidly gaping at fishes I will never... Wait a sec. There's something sparkly over there. Besides a few fish, there's a key swimming around in there. There's a grate on top of the aquarium. I can't fit my hands through. A biography of George Shrub. Since when does my father read that kind of trash? I hope no one's expecting me to read that. Oh, the book has a lock. And apparently it's not a book at all, but some sort of chest well disguised in the cover of a book that no one would willingly pick up. There are batteries in here. Maybe they still work. I'll leave the portable cassette player here, though. I don't want to schlep around any unnecessary junk. A few of the rungs are broken. Looks as if someone climbed up here. All right, I'll do it. A single rubber glove and a bicycle spoke. Not exactly a spectacular profit. The bucket is full of water. Oh, the handle just came off. The thing will fall apart if I so much as look at it. Aside from that, I do have my motorcycle. I can move more quickly with it. The only thing that could still be of use is the air pump. A box full of junk that is practically screaming that I'm going to find something inside that'll be useful to me at some point. Got it! A cassette! That's weird. Was it left there deliberately, or did it just happen to fall in there by accident?
The first and last on the car. A fourth of the openings in the entrance to the underworld. And finally, the guardians of my work.
What? What's that? Some kind of code? Dad, sometimes you are just off your rocker. Password protected. Think, Nina, think. 2, 3, 4, 2. No wonder Dad tape recorded the code. No one would be able to find the password very quickly. You're not supposed to read other people's email. Then again, extraordinary circumstances call for extraordinary measures. So let's start snooping around. There are only 2 emails in the inbox. One about boosting performance and the other about women over 80. Neither of them interest me that much. The trash file is empty. But there's an email to ok@nms.de in the sent file. Subject: Tunguska. Could be interesting. I'll just go ahead and open it.
Hello, Oleg. Haven't heard from you in a long time. I'm doing well again. It took me quite some time to come to terms with the whole thing. To answer your question, it's been a long time since I've thought about that. And honestly, I'm rather happy about it. I underestimated those guys once already, and my wife paid with her life. I swore back then to drop the subject for once and for all. Please don't take offense, but I'm just going to leave it at that. But now that you're living nearby again, we can meet in person. I would like to see you again. Get in touch and let me know when and where would be convenient. Vladimir Kalenkov.
Dad underestimated these guys and my mother paid with her life? What did he mean by that? She died in a car accident. I really need to contact this Oleg. Maybe he knows something that can help me out. The little girl looks sad. Hello there.
Hello?
What are you doing here all alone? Did you sleep here or something?
Who are you?
My name is Nina. And yours?
Oh, hello, Nina. I'm Lisa.
So tell me, did you really spend the night here?
Yes?
Why? Don't you have a home?
Yeah, but I was scared.
To go home?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in a whole lot of trouble for sure. My bike is broken, and Dad's camera, too.
And that's why you spent the night out here in the cold? How did that happen?
I was playing here in front of the museum, and then suddenly, I got scared. I didn't exactly know why, but I just wanted to hide in the bushes. And then suddenly, there were these strange men in black costumes. So I sat there in the bushes, and suddenly I got even more scared. I just wanted to get away. Then on accident, I pushed the button on the camera. There was a bright flash, and the men turned around. They looked at me, but
what?
But they didn't have faces. It was so awful, and then I just ran away. I ran and ran as fast as I could. And then I realized that I had lost my camera, and so I had to go back. Luckily, those creepy men weren't there anymore. And I found the camera again, but it didn't work anymore. And since my bike was broken too, I didn't dare go home. Will you help me? Will you come home with me? Or can I live with you?
No, better not. But I'll help you fix the stuff. But you have to promise me that you'll go home right away. Your parents are probably worried to death.
Okay, good.